Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's create a JavaScript mini projects. So we'll create a vaccination drive form, so where the persons will can submit their details and they can see the details which they have been filling. So we'll be using a pure JavaScript and we'll be using a concepts of object-oriented programming over here. We'll be seeing with the prototype things. So we'll see how the data can be stored and how the messages can be hovered and how the objects, the data can be displayed inside the form. So let's have a demo now. So you can see the form like vaccination drive using the ESS classes. Here we have the navbar over here. We have used a bootstrap for the front end. You can see the data has been displayed over here. So if I try to submit simply like this normal registration form without filling the data, I am getting please fill the form directly. And after 2 seconds exactly the alert message is getting evaporated. If I want to fill anything, like if I add any new details over here, if I add some new detail Aditya, I'll say like Aditya at gmail.com. And if I just give some of the random Aadhaar number, if I say Ismail, if I register, you can see registration successful, data has been added, and also 2 seconds the data has been evaporated. So you can see how we can list off this all the data. So we'll see how the coding part is there right now. So let's play the intro and move on to the coding part.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Hello guys, let's start with the session. Let's create a mini project. So you can see I have added the playlist for you guys. So we have completed almost a number of topics in the JavaScript. So we'll see how to create, how to use all these concepts whichever I have taught, and we'll create the mini project that is a COVID vaccination form. So if you are new to channel, subscribe to my channel and access this playlist. The link is being provided in the description below. So I'll just move back to the folder now. So the YouTube folder. So I'll just go back to the JS file. So I'll just create the new file here. So I'll just open this particular folder inside my Visual Studio Code. So you can see here we have opened this particular folder now. So I'll just cancel. So which is the concepts of inheritance classes which I have taught you in the previous session. So now let's create a new folder here. So I'll just create a new folder. The folder name I'll just keep it as JavaScript 21, and I'll say this is the project 2. Okay, project 2. So I'll just enter it. So I'll just create a new file here. So I'll just create the particular file name as index.html file, the HTML file. Along with that, I'll just create a one more file that I'll just name it as the particular src.js. It is my JavaScript file, and in the index.html file, so I'll be using a bootstrap for the front end part. So we'll design a vaccination COVID form for the front end. So I'll just go back to the getbootstrap.com over here. So I'll just cancel this. I'll just go to the getbootstrap.com file. So if I just come back to the documentation, so if I see here I have the starter template, I need to use the starter template. So I'll just use it as a 4.6 bootstrap version. So I need to copy this starter template. So I'll just copy the starter template, no need to worry. So it is just a CSS framework for the front end design. So we no need to worry about the front end part much. So we'll be concentrating on the back end part. So I'll just open this particular file. Now I'll just click onto the go live. So once I click onto the go live, you can see I'm getting a hello world over here. So what I want here is I want to change the particular title name over here. So I'll just change the title name to, I'll say vaccination form, vaccination form. I'm just saying as a vaccination form over here. So once it is done, so I'll just remove this h1 tag also from here. I'll just give the title name. So then in the project one, as you know, so you can see we have been done once of the, like we have copied the navbar here. So where it has the some of the things like it went to the where I have added some of the images and all those things. So I'll just copy the same navbar here. So I'll just copy the navbar as it is from this particular thing, and I'll just paste it inside the project 2 also. If I just go and access from the navbar here, or else we'll get from the bootstrap the navbar. So I copied the navbar here. So once I save, so you can see I'm getting a navbar over here. So but I need to change the particular names over here. I want to change the names. So what I'll do here is to change the name. I'll say the particular, where is it, the dark is right. I want to make it as an info color. I want to make the thing inside the info background. So you can see I'm getting the info color here. Along with that, the search button color, I'll just make it to dark color. Okay, I'll just save it. So I want to make this particular color to dark. So you can see it has been in the dark color now. So now it is done. So here where is the to-do list is right. So I'll just remove the to-do list. So once it is done, after this one I'll just create a one more anchor tag. So I'll say here, as one more anchor tag. So I'll just close this anchor tag over here. So here I'll say something like vaccination form, I'll say vaccination drive. Okay, so it is my vaccination drive. So once I say, I can say I'm getting as a vaccination drive over here. So if you want to get in the little more manner, you can just get. So I'll just give the class navbar is equal to class. It is a class I'll be giving it here. I'll just save this one. So once I save, so I can say I'm getting as a vaccination drive. So now what I need to do here, I have a logo where I have added a images over here. So then what I need to do here is, after creating a navbar, so next thing I will just create what? I'll just create a container now. So where I'll be adding the input boxes, then we'll be creating the some of the these things. So I'll just tell div dot container. So actually I need to select Django here. It has been taken default. I'll just select it as a HTML. Now I'll be getting the suggestion from here. So I'll say div dot container. So I'll just create a container. So in the container, what I'll do, I'll just create a margin from the top. I'll just give it as a 3. So after giving the margin as a 3, so then I'll just create a row here. I'll say div dot class row. I want to create a row. Inside the row, what I need to give, so I'll just give the margin from the top. I'll just give it as a some 3 or like that. So I'll just give it as a 3. So as I remember the bootstrap classes, so I'll be, can just see I'm just applying the bootstrap classes concepts. So I'll be directly injecting the particular code over here. So basically each row will be divided into the 12 columns. Suppose this row is there, right? So it will be divided into the 12 column. What I'll do, for the starting 6 column, I'll be applying for submitting a form, and rest 6 columns I'll be keeping to just display the data who have been registered over here. Okay. So now what I'll do here is, after creating a row, I'll just create a div dot. I'll just create the column of medium size, and I want to create a particular column of medium size. I'll just say of the size should be what? The size should be 5. Okay. I'll just create it 2 here. So the 2 columns has been created, 5 as well as 6. So I'll say it is a 7 and it is a 5. So 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 column is done. Here I'll say, here you can see, if I say here something here, if I say something here, if I just say it as a BB, so you can able to see here AA as well as BBs you can display. That means this is one column and it is one column, just for the understanding purpose. So I'll just remove this one, 2 things. So inside the first thing, I need to add the particular form here. So what I'll add here is, I'll say the particular h3 tag I'll be giving it. I'll say here register your details. So register your details. So once I say register your details, so I can say I'm getting register your details over here. So once the h3 tag is done, so I'll just create one of the form here. So I'll just give the form. So normal form I'll be creating it. I don't want to have any action in this one. So I'll just keep it. I'll just create one ID here. So I'll say the ID name is what? It is a COVID form. Okay. So COVID COVID FORM form. So COVID form I have been created. So the ID I'm giving. So later I need to create a JavaScript. So I'm just giving an ID over here. So it is a COVID form. So here I'll just create the div dot form group. So I want to get a form group. Okay, this is a form group and this is a form group row. Sorry, I want to give the form group. So I'll just tell div dot form group, and it is a form group row. Actually it will be taking the bootstrap CSS classes form row. So inside this particular classes, what I need to do here, inside this particular division tag, I need to give the particular label here. So I'll say the label here. So the label, what I can give it here is a label. I'll be giving the first, I want to have a name. I want to get the particular name from the particular person, and even I can just give the particular class for it. I'll just give the class is equal to, so I'll just tell class is equal to column of small size and 2. So I'll just the particular column, this is a column of the FORM form, column form label label. So I'll just save it, and I'll just say here it as a name. So I'll say it is the name. So once I save, so I can see I'm getting a name over here. So I can just give it like this in this form. So then after the label, what next I need to do here is, next I need to have the particular input box now. So I need to get the particular input box, so that I want to get it in the top right side. So how I'll give here is, after this one I'll say div dot. So div dot, again I'll just say it is a column of a small size. I want to give the 10 size for right hand side. So I'll just give in this particular fashion. So then after giving this one, so I need to say what is the input box of it is. So I'll say input input of a type text. Okay, it is a type text. So what is the name? So name, I don't need to have a name. So we need to have the name so that we can access. So I'll just give the name here. So even the ID. So ID also I'll be giving as a name itself. So once I save, so I can say I'm getting a input box over here. So but I want to apply the class here. So what is the class? Bootstrap class I need to apply. So the class name is what here? So the particular class name I'll just be it as a form control, FORM form, CONTROL control. I am getting the class name as form control. You can see I am getting a particular things in this particular fashion. The name I am getting it in this fashion. So basically I created a COVID form, and I said a form it is a form group row. Then we have created a label for the for loop for the name I have applied. Then I have given one particular class for it. So what is the class? The particular column of SM2. So SM2 or SM3 I can just, so I'll just give it as SM2 over here, no need of 3. And I'll say the column of the FORM form of the label. It is a column form of label. So when it is done, so next remaining the class, I'll say the class is equal to the remaining column of small 10 will be given for this particular input box. So now what I need to do here is, so if I just save, so you can see I am getting in this particular format. So I can say I am getting in this particular fashion right now. So that I have why I have given here as a 2 as a 10. So the full row is a 12 column. So starting 2 I given for the label, and remaining rest the 10 I have given for the this particular name over here. So I'll just format the particular document over here. So if I right click and format with the prettifier, if I just give it, the form will get formatted here. So once it is done, so next I need to create one more form. So I'll just create one more ID. So I'll just I'll just press Ctrl D. So after taking a name, next what I need to take, I need to take the particular email of the person. I'll say email, email. So here I'll just simply say email, and even I'll just say the type is a email here, and the name is also a email, and the ID is also a email over here. So I'll say the name email over here. Okay, so then I'll apply one of the attribute, that is a required field, so that the thing should be until and unless the form is not filled, I don't want to submit it. I'll just tell required, as well as here also I'll just click onto the required. So 2 forms I have created. The name I have taken, the email I have taken. So one more I need to take, it was I need to take the particular Aadhaar number from the particular person. So I'll say again one more, I'll just duplicate it. So I'll say here it is a Aadhaar, and I'll just copy the same name. Here I need to change type, I'll just give it as a text, because it is, sorry, it is a type is equal to number, because it is a number. And name I'll just change it to Aadhaar, ID I'll just change it to Aadhaar here. So then here I'll just tell Aadhaar. Okay, so it is a Aadhaar number, we are taking it. So then if I save it, so you can see it will be looking something in this particular format. Name, email, Aadhaar is looking in this fashion. Now then I need to give, so once it is all these things done, so now I need to get a I will see for the checkbox buttons also, like whether the gender is male or female. So that we will be doing for the selecting, like I want to select it from the particular buttons. So if I just go to the Get Bootstrap, if I just search for the FORMS forms, so you can see we have a number of forms here. So I'll just go a little bit down, so where I can adjust the particular data. Like if I just see here any, so you can see which is the form I have been using. This is the form which I have been using over here. Even you can copy from here. You can see the data, the code is been written over here now. So now I want something like, I just want the form that is radio. So what are the radios are there? I want to copy that one. It is from here. You can see the field set. So from the field set to field set, I'll just simply copy without any hesitation. Okay, you should not feel bad when copying the code. So because no one will have patience to type it, right? So here in the legend form, I'll just say it as a gender. So I want to select the gender here. So gender is done, and here the name is gender. So GENDER, gender. I'll just rechange the particular name to gender. I'll just copy the gender here. I'll just give the ID also gender, and the value is also. So here value I want to give it for the first, I need to give it a male, and here I want to select the particular first radio is there, right? I'll just select it as a MALE, male here. Then again ID is there, so I'll just give it as a female here, and even the name I'll just give it as a FEMALE, female. And type is equal to what? Type is equal to radio here. Even the type is also radio. You need to keep the type same. So type radio is equal to radio. So here after giving the type is equal to radio, so then okay, fine, type is radio. So here let's see. So second radio is right. I'll just rechange it to female here. FEMALE, female. So then that's it. So remaining the third radio, I'll just remove. I don't want this the third radio. I need to have a just 2 forms, that is a male as well as a female. So once I save, you can see I'm getting the gender male or a female. You can see if I just select, you can see it is both the thing, it is getting selected. I don't want this to happen. So what you need to do for that one here is, so name is there, right? You need to change the particular name here. So I'll just tell name is equal to type here. Okay, so I'll just keep the same name for both. So where is it? Name is equal to type. Okay, sorry, name is equal to type. Once I save, so you can see it will be like, if I can select anyone now. Okay, so like this you can give it. So then I need to have a button. So obviously I'll copy the button from here itself, the sign in button. So what I'll do here is, so the sign in button I'll just copy. So where is it? I'll just copy the sign in button. So I'll copy from whole thing. I'll just copy this div tag itself full completely. So after the female, so after this one, after the field set, I need to add the button. I'll just add the button. I'll send register here, REGISTR register. Okay, so button pattern. So I'll just tell it is a BTN block, BTN BLOC block. So if I say BTN block, you can see it will be taking the full particular stuff here. And one more thing, it is taking the, I need to submit full 12 columns also. I'll say SM12. That means it will take the full 12 things over here. So you can see I have a name, email, Aadhaar number I can get. I can just I can just add these two things. So once it is done, I need to display the form. Now I need to display the form table now. So let's do it for the table. So this is for the column 1. So we have done for the column 1. So next, to display the particular data. To display the particular data, here I'll be just giving it here. So registering the particular view details, I need to show it here. So what I'll say here is the first it will be giving for the, let's give the h3 tag here. So I'll save the view details. Okay, I'll say view details. So as a h3 tag, so if I just save it, so you can say I'll be getting a view details over here. So I need to give a class for it. I'll just give the particular class to it. I'll just give the class is equal to, so first I need to get the particular text into the center. I'll just give the class is equal to text center, CENTER, text center. So along with I need to give the background color, I need to make it to dark color. So then what else I can do? I can just tell whatever the text is there, make it to white color. Then okay, I'll just give it like this, save it. So once I save, so you can see I'm getting in this fashion. So I want to give the padding. So I'll just give the padding, I want to give it to, so now I want to, okay, just save this much. So padding I have been given, so I'll just save it. So once I save, you can see the things will come in this particular fashion. I can just make the background to primary. Okay, primary will look better, I guess. So because let's keep the colors same as it is. So you can see I'm getting a view details over here. So once it is done, here I need to get the particular table now. To create a table, I'll just go to the get bootstrap. I'll just search for the tables, TABELS tables. So inside the tables, you can see I have a number of tables over here. I can just copy this particular table. So I'll just copy this table. Okay, so I'll just to copy the first table which I have got. I'll just copy the table and I'll just paste it over here. So once I paste this table, you can see the table will get in this particular format. So basically I want to display the name, email, Aadhaar card and gender in this particular view table data over here. So what I'll do here is, so here for the table, what I'll do, it is a class table. So here I want to give the particular table name here. The particular table I want to have a color here. I will give a table info color. I want a table info color is a bootstrap class. Info means the color which will be taken in the blue color. So once it is done, the tier will be there, and here I want to remove this particular column from here. So here I'll say first one is what? First one is a name, and second one is a email address, email. And the third attribute is what? Third attribute is Aadhaar. Okay. So then the fourth attribute is what? Gender. Okay, fourth thing is gender. So here let's me keep like value I'll be giving the table ID. So here it is a table body. So the table body I'll just give. Later I'll just access from this one. So I'll just tell table TD I'll just give it as, so sorry, ID I'll be giving here. It is my table body. Okay. TABLE table. Later I'll be accessing it, so I'll be giving a table body. So now let's have this 4 data inside it. So what I'll do here is I'll just remove these rows over here. So I will just remove this TH row as well as this particular row. So as we have a 4 columns, I need to have a 4 data here. So I'll give something, one more data and one more data over here. So let's save it. So once I save, you can see here I'm getting in this part name, email, gender. So later we'll grab this from using a JavaScript. So now let it be same as it is. So later we can grab it. So we have created the front end design. So now the work is to what? Now we need to do it for the backend part. So now let's do it for the backend. I'll just copy this one. I'll just open inside the new folder. So here I'll just right click and inspect the particular element. So after inspecting it, so you can see right click, inspect. Okay, it has been inspected now. So now let's create a JavaScript. Now let's apply the some of the functional of the JavaScript. So first what I need to do, here I need to say script src. I want to load sr, which is the JavaScript file name is src src.js file. Okay, src.js file. So coming back to the src.js file, let's write one C log, that is I'll say hello. Okay, I'll say hello. So if I just come here, you can see that is saying not found. So now you can see I'm getting some of the error. So I'll just cancel, I'll right click and I'll just open here the console. You can see, so it is telling the server responded with the JS is a 401 not found. Okay, it is not getting found. So JS here, I need to give some of the mistakes I have been done. So what is the mistake I have been done here is, so not here, so I need to open this project. So here I have done some of the mistake is like I have said SCR, so actually it is SCR I have done. Okay, fine, scr.js. Now you can see the hello is coming like this. So now let's write the particular JavaScript functions for it. So come back to the src.js file. So here you see, so I need to apply the submit here. So you can see whenever I try to click onto the submit button, type is equal to submit. So what it should happen here is it will take the particular form ID here. So what is the form ID here is, so you can see the particular form will be taken as the COVID form. So you can see the ID has been given as a COVID form over here. So you can see the COVID form. So I can grab with this particular ID. Because of that, I have given the ID over here. So I'll come back to the src now. So I'll just remove this console.log. So here I'll say, so here what I'll say, add the, I want to listen the particular event. So I'll say here is add submit event event listen listener to the COVID form. Okay, I'm adding the particular submit event listener here. So that means for this particular form, I'm just adding the event listener here now. So let's copy this form and I'll just open inside this file. I'll just right click and inspect it. Click onto the console. So now let's see. So adding the submit event listener for the form. Whenever I try to click onto the submit, I want to get all the data from the particular form first. So what I'll do here is, I'll just say let the particular COVID form, I'll just tell the COVID form is equal to, I want to say from the document HTML file, I want to get element by ID. So what is the element ID name is COVID form, right? So you can see COVID FORM form. So I'm just adding the event listener for the COVID form. So once it is done, I'll say COVID form dot add event listener. I'm just adding the event listener. So here the event listener name is what? Submit. So here the event listener is a submit. So whenever it submits, I want to run one particular function now. So whenever I click onto the button submit, I want to run one particular function. So here it might be any function. I'll just give the particular function name. So the function name here, I'll just give it as COVID form submit. Okay, something I'm just giving COVID form submit is my function name. I'll just save it now. So COVID FORM form and submit is the function name whenever I run this. Now I need to write a function for it. So I'll say function for the COVID submit form. I'll say the COVID submit form. So now you can see the color is getting changed. So I am writing a function for it now. So what it will be having some of the events. So what the event here is, I'll say console.log. I'll say the button is clicked. Okay, button is clicked. I'll say the something like button is clicked. So I'll just save it now. So let me try whether I can now work it or not. So I can see if I try to click on the button, it is asking me the sum of the data. So I'll just tell gmail.com. So I'll just give the Aadhaar card number over here, something. So you can see once I click onto the button, you can see it came and it went. So I'll just remove this particular required file because I need to check a number of time. So I need to fill. So I don't want to fill all the things and sit. So I'll say no. I'll just come back here. Now see, if I try to click onto the register button, you can see the form is getting submitted and you can see the button is clicked and it is coming and it is getting evaporated. To avoid that one, we can just say something like e.prevent default. I can say prevent default default. I can just say that prevent the particular default. If I just see now see if I just try to click onto the button, so again it is bending. So I need to say prevent default function. I need to run it like this. So if I say, as if I try to click, you can see the button is getting clicked, the page is not getting refreshed. So that will be the property of the prevent default. So you can see the button is getting clicked now. So same way how I grabbed the ID, I need to grab the ID of the form over here. If I right click and format the document, so I don't know why the format is not getting it. So let's select this one as a HTML and right click and format the document now. Okay, format the document with the HTML language. So you can see the form is getting formatted now. So now we see here in the form, it is a form that is a register your detail form. Here I have given ID name and ID email as well as ID Aadhaar card, and here I had given the ID is equal to gender over here. I have given the ID is equal to gender. So here I have given ID is equal to male, and here I need to give the ID is equal to, I'll just ID is equal to male here. I'll just say ID is equal to male and ID is equal to female. So by using this ID, I can access the value of the particular form. Whenever it is submitted, I'll grab all the ID data, then I'll access it. So here, see how I'll be saying here is, so I'll say here something like this here I'll say. So here I'll just write the first of the details I'll say. So I'll say first I need to get the let name is equal to, then I'll say the let email is equal to, I want to get email, then I'll say the particular let Aadhaar card, so Aadhaar card number for this one, and I'll say let, so I need to get for the female as well as male, so I'll here say the Gmail. So Gmail, I'll say let of G female, okay, GFEMALE female over here. So same way I'll just say, I'll just press Alt and I'll use the multi-cursor functionality. So I'll say here as document dot get element by ID. So here I need to access the particular value of it. Okay, so first value is what? So first the value ID name I had given as a name. You can see the name I had given at the first form. You can say you have given as ID is equal to name. For the second I have given ID is equal to email over here. I'll just say ID is equal to email for the second form, the particular input. And the third ID is what? Aadhaar. I'll just copy this Aadhaar and I'll just paste the Aadhaar card over here. So then I'll just say it for the male and female. I think I had given as a male and here I had given as a female. Okay, so once I get these particular things, so what I need to do, I need to grab their particular value. I'll say alt. Okay, I want to access their VALU value of it. Okay, I want to access the particular value. So I want to get the value from this one. So let me see whether I can get it or not. So I'll say console C log. So I'll just print all the data. I'll just print the name, I'll print the email, then I'll print the gender, so sorry, not gender, Aadhaar, then I'll just print the Gmail, then I'll just print the G female. Okay, all the names I'm just printing, whether I am getting all the data is coming in the backend or not. Let me see. So I'll just save here. So now I'll give some of the name over here. I'll just give my name, I'll just give the ANEES at gmail.com, then I'll just give the Aadhaar number, some random number, and I'll say the mail. If I register, so you can see the data is coming and it went evaporated. So it happened like this. So let me see. So you can see the data is coming here, but the thing is not getting access here. So let me try once again. So we'll just refresh the page. So now after refreshing the page, where is it? E.prevent default is being written over here. So save it. So now come back here again. So let's register one more data, whether I'll getting or not. Let me see. At gmail.com again, I'll just say Aadhaar number something. Here I'll just select it as a mail, and if I just try to click on to register, button is clicked, but I'm getting some error over here. So what is the error? I want to check the particular error. I'll just copy this, I'll just cut this one, and here I want to see what is the error, so that the error should not go away. So now what I'll say here is name, email, Aadhaar.value. Okay, fine, let's come back here. Now if I try to register, so you can see I'm getting, I cannot read the property value of a null over here. I'm getting the value of a null over here, value. So the male get element by ID, get element by ID female. So if I come back here, so value is a male here, and you can see the ID male given, and even the value of a female is given, and the value is option 2 I given. So I need to give the value is in FEMALE female, and the name is type, everything is done. Fine. So let's do one thing. So let's remove for right now, because it is a checkboxes. We'll treat it in different another way. So let's see whether I am getting the output value for this fourth thing or not. Okay, so the name, email, as well as get Aadhaar. So name, email, and Aadhaar card, whether I am getting the value in my backend. Let me check it now. Coming back to the form, so here I'll just give the name over here. I'll just give my name, and I'll just give the one more name over. I'll just give the email address. So then I'll just give the Aadhaar card number something. If I try to click on to the register, you can see the name as well as the email as well as the Aadhaar number is getting access. That means all the things is working fine. So I can grab the particular data now. So once the data is grabbed, so next what I need to do here is, and I'll just put a comment line, so I don't want it. So I'll just say some type, let type. I'll just create one variable that is a let type. So after creating, I'll check the particular which is the box is being checked, whether the male is checked or the female is checked. Okay, so that I need to check it now. So whether I need to check which is the thing input, you can see type radio, and here is a type radio, and name is equal to type, name is equal to type I have given. By using this type, I can access the value which is been checked. Okay, which is been checked, I can just access it is very easily now. So now let's see. Back to here, and like I'll say if the particular Gmail, so I'll say if the particular Gmail dot checked, if this thing is checked, checked checked attribute, if it is checked, what I need to do, I'll say whatever the type I have created, just grab that particular Gmail dot value in it. Okay, so I want to grab the particular Gmail dot value in it. So again, else if, I'll just tell else, again if condition I'll apply. I'll say if the G female is clicked, sorry, the G female is checked. So if this checked, I want to say whatever the type is there, just put it the particular, that is G female dot value. Okay, I want to put it in this particular fashion. So then I'll just copy this one. So now I'll just paste this one, so I can see console.log name, email, Aadhaar as well as type. So I have been pasted now. So let me check whether I can grab the particular value or not. So if I just save everything once again, coming back to here, so here again I'll just refresh the particular form here. So after refreshing, I'll just give some of the random values over here, gmail.com, and I'll just give something like some number over here. I'll say female. If I just select it as a female and register, you can see I am getting button is clicked, even the values also I am getting it later. Even if I select it for the male, and if I register, you can see I am getting a male value. Okay, so you can see data has been coming in this particular fashion, but the data is not getting clear. So we need to run a clear function for it, so that the data should, whatever the data I am getting it should go to back. So for that purpose, we will be we need to run one clear function for it. We need to run the reset function. We'll run it now. So the data is coming perfectly, the name is coming, email is coming, Aadhaar card is coming, as well as the gender is also coming it right now. So now let's see what is the next thing I need to do it here. So now once it has been created, I need to use a concepts of prototypes here. So I need to use a concepts of prototype. So I need to use a concepts of prototype. So for that one, I'll just create a prototype function here. I'll just tell create prototype function. So I'll just create the particular prototype function. So what it will do here is I'll just create a one function. So here I'll say function, it is a COVID function. Okay, so the particular class, the constructor name I'll be giving as a COVID, or the function COVID. So here what it will take the name and email, comma, then it is taking the Aadhaar card number, then it is taking what is the type of it. I'll just give the what is the type, gender, or like gender, the male or a female. So once it is done, I'll just open this bracket. So then I'll just create a constructor for it. This dot name is equal to name, it should take here, and I'll say this dot email is equal to email, it should take here. Then this dot Aadhaar is equal to Aadhaar, it should take over here. And again the last one, this dot type is there, right? So it should make it as a type over here. So that's it. So we have created a constructor for it. So once the constructor is created, so now I can create a particular object to it. So I'll just create an object now. So here I'll just create one of the things right now. So now after creating this thing, so I need to create a particular object now. So I'll say, sorry, I'll create an object. So I'll just select COVID. So I'll just give the object name as a COVID itself. So I want to create a new COVID object. So from the class, from the prototype, it is a COVID, where I'll be passing a name, I'll be passing a email over here, then I'll be passing a Aadhaar card number, then I'll be passing a type of it. Okay, so it is coming from where you can see the name, email, Aadhaar, and type. The value, whatever the value will be coming from the form, that will be passed inside this COVID form, and it will just go to the COVID function, and it will take all the values and it will create a constructor. Okay, so this is what happens for the, and COVID object will get created. So once the object is created, let me print whether I can see the object or not. Console.log COVID. So COVID. Let me see whether the object is created or not. So before we saw the just the data. So now let's see whether it is coming or not. Coming back to here, so refresh the page. So I'll just submit the form here. I'll just give the name over here. I'll just give the email address value over here. I'll just give the Aadhaar card number 10, 11, 12. Then I'll just give I am a male. If I register, you can see the data is coming Anis Rahman and the male. Even they can see the object is also got created COVID, and you can see all the data coming properly, and even you can see the prototype over here. So now let's create a prototypes now. So basically we'll be seeing first for the prototypes, then later we'll see for the ES6 versions now. So once the form is created, so now everything is done. Now I need to validate the form, whether the characters which I'm getting, whether it is less than 2 characters or like that, I need to validate it. Then I need to reset the particular form also. You can see the data which I'll be getting, it will be saved here itself. For that purpose, I need to validate the particular form now. So next comes under the validations here. So I'll say the validation, okay, and using prototype, using the prototype validate now. So I'll be creating one prototype that is a validate over here. So I'll say first what I need to say here is first I need to create a one function, like first I need to create a one function that is a display function. I need to create it here. So I'll say something like display. So I'll just say I want to run the particular function that is a display. Okay, later we'll command will say for this particular display I'll be passing this particular COVID things in this particular stuff. So by accessing this particular display, so I'll say display dot prototype. I'll just create a prototype for the display. So I'll say the display dot prototype dot validate. I want to create a validate prototype. Here basically what it does, it just runs one particular function which we have seen. Here the COVID will get formed, the particular object. For this particular object, I'll just apply the property. I'll just tell CLG log. So I'll just something say, I'll just, it is a validating. So it is just validating the particular prototype. So once it is been done, so whenever this particular functions runs, it will just the validating will come into the console. So I'll just check the particular condition. I'll just tell if the COVID, so whatever the COVID is there, right? COVID dot name, whatever the name dot length, whatever the length is there, length length is there. If it's less than 2, okay, if it's less than 2, and I'll just apply or, and I'll say again COVID dot email is there, right? So even if the email is less than some 5 characters, okay. So again, so after email, I want to check the Aadhaar card number. So basically COVID dot Aadhaar number. So Aadhaar dot length, I need to check the Aadhaar length. So is less than, greater than, less than 2. Actually basically 12 letters will be there. So I'll just give it as a 2. So later you can make it as a 12. So it will validate at that particular time. When this particular condition passes, so what I need to do, I'll say return false. That means form should not get submitted. I'll just tell return false. Again else, I'll just tell else, I'll say return true. Okay, based on the true or false condition, we'll move on to the further concept now. So I'll say if this particular condition, if it's it should be happen. And one more thing I said, I need to create a clear function also. I'll say displaying clear. So displaying after clear, okay, displaying after the clear form. So like something like once the form is getting submitted, the form should get clear. Okay, something you can give it your own English over there. I don't know. So I'll say here, I'll set for the particular display dot, again I'll set it for the prototype. So for the prototype, I need to set it for what clear function I need to do. So I'll just define the particular clear function. So for this particular clear function, I'll just define the particular function now. So for this particular function, I'll just run the particular function. It is very similar. So here, basically I will just grab the particular form, which is the form ID I had given as what? COVID form. For this particular form, I'll just grab it. So here you can see I have grabbed the particular ID from the COVID form. I'll just copy the same line over here and I'll just paste it here. So let the particular COVID form is there and I'll just cap it. So then I'll just reset the particular COVID form. I'll say COVID form dot reset. Okay, I want to just reset the particular form. So reset, reset means it will just reset the particular form. So we have added the two things, that is it reset and as well as the particular returning the true or false value. So once it is done, so next what I need to do here is, so once the form is submitted, after validating, what I need to do, so after validating I need to show the particular data. Once the validation is happened, so once the validation is happened, I want to show the data here. Once it is validated, once it is success, I want to show the data over here. So here now I want to just display the particular data now. So I'll just tell one more function. I'll say for to display the data in the front end. Okay, whatever the data has been submitted, I want to display the data into the front end part now. So what I'll do here is, So here I have given one ID, you can see. So I can see the ID which I have been given over here. So to register the particular view details, so I have given the particular ID here. You can see the table body I have given. So I want to just copy this row over here. Just I need to copy this particular row. So I'll just copy this particular row and I'll just remove everything from here. So from TR row to TR row, I'll just remove. I don't want this one because I'll display the data dynamically. Coming back to here, I'll just paste it. So this one I want to have it. So I'll just paste it over here. So now what I'll say here is, first I need to get the particular ID. I need to grab this particular ID element first. So same I need to say. So I'll say document.getElement by ID. So I'll just copy this one. So first I need to say the particular add function. So because it is a add, so I'll say display dot prototype dot, I want to create one add function. So the function will do what? This particular add function. So add is equal to function function. So basically this form function will take the COVID as an object, whatever the object value will be taking over here. And here I'll say the particular table body is equal to, so I'll just paste it like this. So I'll just paste the document dot get element by ID. So the table body is there, right? So for this one, I want to apply document dot get element by ID. So the particular ID name is what? Table body. So I'll just copy the table body and I'll just paste it over here, the table body. So after getting the table body, document.getElement by ID, that is the table body. So I'll just create one UI string. So where it will be the empty string. So first I want to paste this particular thing in the UI string. The UI design I want to just paste is this one. So the particular UI design is like this. So here what it happens means it is a table row, but the value will be coming dynamically. The value will be coming what? Dynamically. So the value is coming from where? The COVID. So I need to say, I'll apply this one $I1. I'll just say alt. I'll just say the dollar, and here I need to say the particular item. So what is the value is there? Sorry, I need to not do like this. Here I need to say like this. Just I'm grabbing the particular COVID value. Whatever the values is there, I need to just say. So I will just say first I am coming from the COVID dot name I want to display here, and I'll say the COVID dot email I want to display. Then what else? The COVID dot Aadhaar I want to display. Then along with that we need to display what? COVID dot type. So once it is displayed, so once all the data has been, it will be stored inside the UI string. So then what else I need to do? I need to inject it. So I'll just tell whatever the table body I have created, the thing, make that particular inner HTML, make the inner HTML to, so I want to append it also. If it already present, I want to append it. So append it this particular value to UI string. Whatever the value will be there, just paste just say data UI string over here. So that's it. So this is what the function for displaying the data to the front end part. So if I just save it now, so you can see I don't have any data here. So you can see I don't have any data. Once I submit the form, the data should get displayed over here. So now let's display this particular property. So display property, we have done validation we done, clearing function we done, and adding the particular data is also done. So we need to write a function of now. So we need to do some of the changes for this particular display function. So let's see what we can do. So here what I need to do here is I need to just write the particular function to it. So how I can just say is I'll say let the particular display is there, right? So display is equal to, make it the new function, that is a display function. Okay, I want to run this particular display function now. So once it is done, so first is a validations purpose. So first I'll say if the particular display dot validate, which the dot validate function which is there. So the validate function we have been taught, so we have been said here. So the validate function will be done. So once if it returns true or false based on that value, I will validate it. I'll say if the validate dot function, so here I need to pass the COVID form. So whatever the COVID data is there, I need to pass the data, main, email, Aadhaar, all this thing. So after doing this one, I'll say so okay, the validate function. So okay, fine, if the validate functions passes, so what I need to do? So if this happens, I need to do this much. Like I need to say, I'll just say C-log, I'll just say working perfect bro. Okay, working perfect bro, I'll say something like this just for my understanding purpose. So then I need to run what? I need to, once the validation happens, I need to add the data. I need to add the data inside this front end part. So that the function name is what? Add function. So I'll say display.add. So I'll say here as a display.add. So display is nothing but which we have created new things. That is a new object literal. So I'll say display.add the particular COVID data. So add the particular COVID data to it. So once after adding the data, I want to clear the form also. I'll say display dot clear function, clear the particular form. That's it. If this happen, I want to show something like this. Else what I need to go, it will go to the else part. I'll say display, I'll say some of the display, I'll say display dot. So I'll say some of the, like I'll say some of the console error here. Okay, TLG, later we'll see error occurred bro. Okay, I'll say error occurred bro. So let's see whether this will be happen or not. So once it is working fine, so then again I'll just glance you guys. So coming back to the vaccination form, so let's see. So now we have been like this. So where is it? I will refresh the page. So let me see any errors inside the console. Right click console. I'm getting display is not defined. It is telling me display is not defined over here. So I'll just define the particular display function here. I'll say some of the function, that is it, function is display display. So I'll just define one function. So let's keep it as empty function. Okay, so the error has been went. So now coming back, so I'll just give the name over here, my name, and I'll just give ANES at gmail.com. I'll just give the Aadhaar card number over here, selected mail, add. So you can see the data is getting added and even the form is also cleared. So if I just give one letter, so what happens? So you can see if I just here at gmail.com, no, it won't get added. If I just give it one letter, if I register, you can see the data is not getting added. You can see I'm getting error occurred bro. I think I would have get in the console. So you can see the error is occurred bro, because what it happened here is the data is not validated, because the data is, I returned the false condition, the data is not getting validated because I have added a condition here. Like once the condition fails, it returns the false here. Okay, once it returns the false, I need to say, so I need to reset also. I need to again display the clear, means it will just go, I'll just copy this function. I'll say I want to display the clear. After this one, I want to clear this one. So you can see it has been cleared. Okay, like this I can just do it. And just we are using we are not using any local storages or session storages over here. Just we are like whatever the object data is there, I'm just passing over here. Once the data is refreshed, the data will go. So if you want to store the data, we can use it as a MongoDB as a database. We'll see in the coming sessions. We'll connect these only things for the backend. So now let's display using the concept which I have been taught over here. So all the thing is working fine over here. So I see all the thing is working. Anis and ANES at gmail.com, and I'll give the Aadhaar number 123456789. I'll say register, data is registered. I'll give one more name, Sakina here. I'll just tell Sakina at gmail.com. Her Aadhaar number, I'll just give something like this. I'll say female. So you can see the data is getting faced added. And if I just tell one more as a Meghana over here, I'll just tell Meghana at gmail.com. If I just give some of the random email number, sorry, the Aadhaar number, if I just submit, you can see the data is getting added. So all the things is working fine. So this is how we can just do it. So now one more thing what I need to do is, once the data is get added, what I need to do, I want to show some of the messages. Like I want to show some of this kind of alert messages. If I just use alert, so I can say I want to show some of this kind of alert message, like data has been submitted like that. Okay, so first I'll just copy one alert messages over here, so which I want to show the messages now. So coming back to here, so I want to show the particular error messages now. So what I'll do here is I want to show some of the message. So after this particular clearing it one, so I want to display one message, display dot show. I'll just show this. I'll be giving the show method. So I'll say whatever the color I will be passing it, it should take. So it will take the success green. So you need to know success is green, danger is red, info is light blue color, and all those things. The message should get registration is success. Registration is successful. Okay. So I need to say something, registration is successful, like this. So this is all I need to say. So then, so I'll just add the registration successful add over here. So let's add it over here. Okay. So I'll just say something like displaying the message. I'll say display the message. I want the message to get displayed, and after 2 seconds the message should get vanished. Okay. Such kind of displaying will do it. So for that one, I'll say the thing whichever I have been done. So I'll just zoom out this one. I'll just close it. So I'll say display dot. So prototype, again display dot prototype dot show function, which we have done as a show. The particular function, what it does here, it will take what is the type. First it will take whether red color I want, whether a green or info color or light black color, like that. So first it should take a type, and second argument it should take the display. So whatever the display, message message. So what is the message I want to display? So let's open this one. I'll say the let message is equal to, now I want to give some ID over here. So So I want to display the message after here. I want to display the message here. So I'll just give the one div tag. So I'll just give the div tag. I'll just give the ID name is equal to. So what else I can give here is I can just tell show message, MESSAG message. Okay, I want to give the show message as a ID. So I'll say so document. So I'll just select that one. I'll document dot get element by ID, that is nothing but show MESSAG message. So whenever I want, I can just display this one. So for this one, what I'll do here is I'll say whatever the message is there, make that particular inner HTML, whatever the inner HTML is there, just do it with this particular tag. So I'll just go to the things like where here. So this is one. I'll just copy one div tag from here. I'll just copy the div tag and I'll just paste it over here. So here at the place of a primary, I want to pass the particular color, the type I need to pass it. So I'll say dollar symbol. I'll say type you need to pass it over here, and whatever the message is there, you want to pass the message here. Okay, I'll say dollar display message. Okay, so it is coming from here. You can see I'm getting from the attribute that is the display message. I want to pass it from the display message. So once it is done, everything, the message will get displayed. So after that, I will be setting one timeout. So let me see whether I am getting or not. Coming back to the vaccination form. So now see if I just submit one form, ANES and ANES at gmail.com, and if I say some of the random number, register. So I can see registration is successful. I am getting. So what I want here is once the registration successful message display, after 2 seconds, the message should get vanished automatically. So what I'll do here is I'll just set one particular timeout. So I'll just set interval timeout. I want to set this particular timeout. So basically I'll just call one normal function over here. So what it does means it just makes the messages. So whatever the message is there, right? It makes the inner.html to empty. It just makes the inner.html to empty, and after exactly 200 milliseconds. So that means 2 seconds. That's it. I need to once save. Come back here. Now see, I'll just tell Anis and Anis at gmail.com. I'll say Aadhaar card number. I'll just give it. You can see registration successful. As after 2 seconds, the data is vanished. Same way, if I give the error also, I want to show the message. It's here. Same as it is, I'll just show it here. So you can see, I'll say again display.show message. So I'll just copy. I'll say I want to display.show. Here I want to show the danger color. Okay. I'll say please fill out the form carefully. Please fill the form. So please fill the form. I'll say please fill properly. Okay. I'll say please fill properly. Okay. So I'll just save it now. So let's see whether the same thing functions runs or not. If I give some random email.com, if I just give one letter Aadhaar card number here, if I register, you can see please fill form properly. The message got vanished. If I give the proper details, if I just give one proper detail at gmail.com, and if I give the particular Aadhaar card number over here, if I just register, you can see the registration is successful. After 2 seconds, the thing is getting vanished. So like this, I can just do the vaccine. I can just create by using a prototypes. I can just create in this type of fashion, and a number of changes you can do. So if you want to do any changes, even you can just make the particular things to the text center. So whatever the registration forms is, a little will be doing designing over here. So I'll just give the class is equal to text center, and the background I want to make it what info color, and I want to make the text to white color. So once I do like this, I can see the things will be coming. Register your details I'm getting in this fashion, and I want the padding to be 2. If I just save it, so you can see padding to be 2 is been done. So it is looking perfectly fine for me. And whatever this is there, I want to make the particular background color to light, LIGHT, light color. Okay, so that means, so you can see the things will come a light color over here. So you can see the little light color has been applied to the background over here. So like this, you can just make it. So let's fill some of the form. I'll just give some of the form ANES at gmail.com. I'll give the Aadhaar card number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I'll just register it. Registration is success. I'll give one more things, Sakina at gmail.com. So GMAIL gmail.com. Then I'll just give the Aadhaar card number, something like this, and I'll just select it as a female, and register. You can see registration successful. After 2 seconds the things is getting vanished. So I want to give one more like Adi. So I'll just tell Adi at gmail.com. So let's say something like some of the number, the register. You can see the data has been getting filled. So this is how we can, using a pure JavaScript prototypes functionalities, we can just create this form. So that's all for this video, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. In the next video, same for the same project, we'll be using a ES6 classes, and we'll see how what are the modifications to be done by using the latest ES6 versions to get the same output. So in the next video, we'll be seeing that one. So take care. Bye bye.